Sluggo here. I am at Tailhook for the next couple of days. Hopefully you guys can hear me over all the talking behind me, okay? But I just wanted to kind of walk around and show you some of the stuff that's here that I think you guys would really enjoy. I happen to be sitting in Raytheon in their booth and thought you guys would like to see some of the things they have on display, which is way cool. So here we go. Let's flip it around. Now the bottom one is the AGM 158 JSOW, Joint Standoff JSOW, Joint Standoff Weapon. They're using this a lot more in the Gulf because it's got 70 to 80 mile range. And you can see right here, it's got wings on it that deploy. So it basically becomes a GPS glide bomb, right? Next missile up, obviously, is AIM-120 AMRAAM. Blue means it's got captive carry. Obviously, this is just a wall piece, okay? Then you have AIM-9X, which is the next one up, all right? Let me go up here so you can see what it looks like a little closer. Obviously, that would be the seeker head. Now, you have to remember, this is the missile that everybody was using to shoot drones down until we got the Falco missile, which is the 2.75 rockets, all right? And you can see these are pretty good mock-ups. Probably captive carry, all right? And then up here, you see, is small diameter bomb block 2. Again, with wings and everything. Now, you'll notice the carriage hooks are right here on the bottom. Not the way they carry it though. Those would be on the top. When they release the weapon, it actually flips over so that the wings are on the bottom and those hooks are on the top. And this is a new GPS guided weapon that has 3 seekers in it, 3 guidance systems in it. That nose comes off, millimeter wave, GPS, and laser guided on this weapon. And what I want to do is I'll kind of walk you around so you guys can see a lot more. I want to also see chat. So anyway, I'm just going to walk around so you guys can see things. Now, we also have Boeing here. And this is one of their new GPS guided weapons. And you can see it has the fins kind of the current GPS guided weapons. And then you can see this fits over the top of the weapon, of the bomb, all right? And again, see the bomb carriages on the bottom and the wings on the top. When you release this thing, it flips over. Pretty incredible. Now, I'm gonna walk you over to Northrop Grumman so you can see this too. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm talking as loud as I can here. Recently, the Super Hornets and the F-18, the EA-18 Growlers have been firing a new weapon. And here it is right here, all right? It's called ARGM. It's the new anti-radiation missile. So here, take a look at it, all right? Going down through here, obviously made by Northrop Grumman. This is the new anti-radiation missiles, ARGM. Advanced Anti-Radiation Ground Missile Extended Range is what that stands for. And let me just go around the back. You can see the back, you know, that's where the rocket motors are. Again, same thing down here. And this one is SIAW. Not sure what that stands for. But notice that these pop up. So when you fire the missile and you drop it, these obviously go down like this. So this is a very slick missile. But notice how it's got these side strakes on the missile all the way to the back. And then of course the guidance fin, same thing here with the ARGM. This is the new air-launched anti-radiation missile that they're using in the Middle East. Now, here's the Grumman booth. Northrop Grumman. Gotta love that. Notice it has a probe. Yes, the E-2 Hawkeye now is air refuelable, but I asked the question, well, how long does it stay up? And here's the answer I got, which I found very fascinating. All right, let me turn this around. It's not the fuel. The problem is the engine oil in the props. That is the limiting factor for how long it can fly. The 8-blade prop actually consumes oil, and so you have to take that into consideration. You can pump gas into it, but the limiting factor for that airplane now is the oil that is used in the props, okay? So, Wayne, welcome. Good to have you here, Wayne Rowe. Sound is good? Okay, good. Joe Togan again. Show us the back end. Joe, did you see the back end? Okay. If not, let me know and I'll be able to go back and take a look, okay? Wombat would be pleased. Wayne. Okay, Ruggins, free Diddy. Yeah, whatever. All right. Okay. Joe, I'm assuming you want to see the back of the ARGM again. And tell you what, I'll go and look at the back of the AMRAAM and the AIM-9X too. So hang on, let me grab my bag here. I'm carrying a bag around with me. Let me go back here again real quick and I'll show you the back. Now again, this is a captive carry, mock-up, all right? But that's what the back end looks like. The rocket motor would be back here. Same thing down here, as you can see, all right? But this is the newest technology in anti-radiation missiles. And folks, again, SIAW, not sure what that stands for. Maybe anti-air warfare, I don't know. I'll ask somebody in the Northrop Grumman, SIAW, what that means. But how many of you have seen the size of a cable? That is an arresting cable. Look at the size of it, okay? Here's my hand and my fingers. Here's my hand around it, all right? You can see how big this thing is. It's freaking huge. That is the same cable stretched across the deck of aircraft carriers that stop airplanes, all right? Yeah, Joe's trolling me, you think? Papa Melko, welcome. Wayne, I'm at Tailhook right now, so I'm walking you guys around Tailhook literally right now. And Ken, welcome back. I want to walk you down to, Boeing will not let me show you the T7 simulator or take video of it, but there are other simulators that are here that I want to take you and show you, all right? But I wanted you to see, that's the cable stretched across the back of aircraft carriers that bring airplanes to a halt. I want to walk you down to the. Let me walk you down to Northrop Grumman. All right. And what we're going to do is they have a T-50 simulator, but over here they have the F-35 simulator. Oh, let me show you this. Okay. This is the control station for drones. All right. Nate, I got questions for you. All right. I'm going to have Nate kind of explain what this is. This is the control station for some of the new Navy drones. All right. You can see up here in this, you know, off the coast of California. This is like the chat room. Here's kind of an overall map. Here's what they're seeing out the front. Targeting. And then again, cameras. There's the control stick. All the instrumentation. So what is this a control station for once again, Nate?
Drones.
Drones? Okay. And it's got kind of an F-35 kind of throttle to it, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm on a YouTube live, okay, brother?
Oh,
Are we allowed to do this?
I don't think so.
Okay. I will
That's
not.
what I'm looking for, the guy that's in charge of this.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
Okay. What's that? Okay. All right. I'll wait then. Okay.
Okay.
I'll wait.
Yeah.
It's all right.
He was going to put that on YouTube, and I was like, I don't think that's.
We'd love that. However,
I don't know. I want to
we
make
have
sure.
to check with the right people about
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
You'll be here tomorrow, though?
I do. I will.
We have
okay?
a guy that'll tell you all about this.
All right. I've got 195 million views in 15 months.
Wow. Pretty good.
So, all on aviation stuff. Anyway.
Great.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to continue. Can I go in there though, Nate?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Help yourself.
We'll go in here then. All right.
That and that
Thank
are
you.
one class.
I'm glad you said something to me. All right. Sorry, we can't do that.
All good.
Well, and the T7 they don't want you taking pictures of either. You know. That's Boeing being Boeing.
It's not real yet.
Yeah. It's like,
Ours are real.
Did you hear that?
you want to see a
Here's what
real
she
plane?
said.
Come right
Yeah.
on over here. Let me
I'll
show
be
you.
on that. Are you filming right now?
Yeah, I'm on live right now.
You gotta tell people those things.
I did.
All
I
right,
did.
Let's go check out the F-35.
Okay. All right. They thought that was funny. I'm sorry. I thought when I was talking, I said I'm on live. No, I wanted to film it because I'm on a live on YouTube. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to go to media training now.
Well,
All right. So here we go.
we're flying in Hawaii right now.
We're flying in Hawaii.
I want to go on the boat.
All right. This is the F-35 sim. Adam, who was my instructor when we were doing this. I'm on a YouTube live. I'm sorry, I should have told you that. Is that okay?
Put it somewhere safe. Hold my beer and watch this.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Watch this drive.
All right. All right. I'm just going to show you guys this real quick. You can see the F-35. There's the carrier. There's the working area. Okay. All right. And that's all I'm going to show you. Adam, I'm out of your hair. Talk to you later. You're welcome. All right. Yeah. I apologize, Nate. Yeah. I understand there has to be calm people, you know. Anyway, sorry. So let me just walk around here a little bit more. All right. How are we doing? Here. Let me read some of the comments here. Set up like an arcade game on purpose. I see why they want gamers. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Dude, 'cause- uh, What's up?
Guppy Gilly Suit. I am a subscriber and a supporter supporter of your channel. Thank you. Thank you for so much for all that, and thank you for service. I appreciate that. We need the T-50 way better aircraft and ready to go. Absolutely, but politically incorrect for me to talk about that right here. All right. Let me go up and see if my good friend Ward Carroll can talk to us. I just realized that some of these people and live is a bad thing, all right? But let me talk to this gentleman here. This is the famous Hank Caruso. How many of you have seen Hank Caruso's caricatures? That's him right there, okay? Mr. Ward Carroll is over here. I'm doing a YouTube live. Yes, is that okay? Okay, because I've already been beaten with a few stripes. We are. So this is Hank Caruso, okay? Carrie's retrograding west, right? This is the famous caricature artist. He's not he's a character, not a caricature, right? And many of you have seen his wonderful, wonderful drawings. This is the famous Hank Caruso. And this right here is the famous Ward Carroll.
How's everybody out there in Slogo Land? We love this man.
Appreciate that, Mooch. We got 71 people that are tuned in right now. And
Hey, greetings from Reno and Tailhook 25.
yep,
Day one is almost over. We're running it.
yeah.
Wish you guys were here with us.
So can you tell us who you may be having on soon? Is that,
So
or is that
this
secret? No
year's-
foreign.
No, this was interesting because Tailhook, for the first time in my YouTube career, is off the record. So probably won't be talking any active duty, as you guys may remember if you're subscribers to my channel last year. In addition to Slogo, sitting down with us and talking all things heavy tanker, we had Mark Miguez, who is the Ike Striker Commander, talk about the Hoofy War. Fantastic episode.
Oh, great
Also,
episode.
active duty admiral.
Oh, great
That
episode.
is not going to happen this year. So, current air boss is on his way out. Maybe would talk to us, but anyone else probably not. So
Why are they doing that this year?
well, because of the atmospherics and the concern about messaging and so forth. because
Got it.
The Secretary of Defense.
Got it.
And so, what we'll be able to do here in the booth, we're going to talk to the executive director of Tailhook, Chaser Cooper, who was the first advisor to Top Gun Maverick. If you guys are subscribers, you know we just talked to Walleye Weiser, who flew all of his stunts, if you will, in Top Gun Maverick, with some of the top cruisers back seats. But the second advisor is Ferg Ferguson, who will lead Chaser. So Chaser was the first one, so we'll get some tales of the early part of the production from Chaser. Also, his Navy story is amazing, including how he got his call sign. So we're talking to him. We're talking to folks from Gentex about their next generation helmets, which are very cool technology-wise. They make the F-35 helmet, and they're making the next generation helmets. We'll talk to those guys. And we're also talking to an aviator who flew on Blue Origin. Talk to her about
Ooh, wow.
the nature of commercial space travel, where it's basically space tourism, and what can like space yield from these what seem to be vanity projects of Bezos or whomever. Right? So she did it before Katy Perry and the other, the high vis one. So we're going to talk to her about her experiences doing Blue Origin. And you never know what else will come up. I mean, these days are long and busy.
Yeah.
We're mostly here to say hi to our friends, and we thank everybody for coming
Yeah.
by. But otherwise, we're just great to be here. Hank and I go way back. Hook 89 was the first one that I did.
1989, wow.
Hook 85 was
When was yours, the first one you did? Wow.
including the ones in the troubled years between that didn't happen in the
Yeah.
wrong places.
Yeah.
So when I was the editor of Approach, Hank was my guy. If we needed somebody to draw a cover, tanking, aeromedical, whatever we needed, Hank was always there for us to draw his legendary artwork for us. So love this man, go way back then. So this is what Hook's about. Is reacquainting with old friends, squadron mates, other guys you've known for the years, and then new friends like Sluggo and others like that. And the XO we was talking here, a brand new XO friend, so or E2 friend. And
No,
so,
I haven't talked to Noodle. I'll talk to Noodle just a
fantastic to be here. So, thank you guys.
I appreciate that, Mooch. Thanks for being on. All right, Noodle. Hello, Noodle.
Sure.
Tell me about yourself.
We're here on the XO VW116 to some things.
Yes.
We've got a jam in here.
They gave 2
We're,
copies to the foundation.
getting the newer generation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, learning what Hook is and what goes on here. They're making connections. They're meeting new friends. They're meeting their old friends. It's a really great time.
Excellent. So how long have you been frying E2 Hawkeyes?
I have been flying the E2 Hawkeye since 2013.
Excellent. You fly the refueled ones? Do you have air refuel capable in your airplanes?
No, we're the last E2C squadron.
Okay.
I have flown the E2D, the aerial refueling variant,
Yeah.
but I am not qualified in doing that.
Okay.
I have flown the oldest of the old airplanes from the beginning of my career to the end of my career,
Yeah.
it seems.
So are all the Hawkeyes going to get air refueling capability? Or
That
just
is correct.
certain?
They will all transition to the E2D.
Okay.
Shortly.
Okay. So all of them will be air refuelable.
That is correct.
There's some pretty cool pictures of the E2Ds behind the tanker, you know, and behind Metrea's tankers, obviously the commercial group, and then, you know, some other tankers too. It's a pretty cool thing to see the 8-blade props pull up behind the airplane and get gas. So what's the air refueling speed that you guys use? Do you know by chance?
I can't really speak to that.
Okay.
Particularly right now.
Okay, I got it. I understand that. Okay, Noodle, thank you
Thank you,
for
sir.
just even entertaining being on, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank
All
you.
right, I'm just going to walk around some more here, all right? Mooch, thanks. No, I'm live now. No, I'm live right now. So it's gone up to like 80 people, so that's good. All right, but I got in trouble. I walked into Lockheed and they're like, wait a minute, you're live? You should have told us. It's easier to take forgiveness than permission sometimes, you know.
That's the hallmark of your career.
Yeah. No truer words, brother. No truer words. The secret to my success, yeah. Just do it. Take our licks when we're done. We'll be okay. Yeah. We'll cuss in front of Mom, but it'll be okay. Dad's out of town. Thanks again. Hank, thank you, sir. All right. So, I want to walk down to Metrea, which is a commercial air refueling group. And these guys have all become good friends of mine, all right? And, you know, I mean, look at, folks, I'm going to turn the camera around. There's all kinds of things here, all right? All kinds of video. You know, folks walking around with Top Gun instructor patches. Here is the BAE Systems booth, which, you know, has a lot of stuff going on. They're doing name tags here. You can get your name tag for your bags, okay? But let me talk to, let's see if he's still here. Doesn't look like he's still here. There's a guy, his name is Hubbard, goes by Mother, and he's got probably one of the best mustaches you've ever seen. But I want to walk down to Metrea, which is a commercial air refueling company, and there's Stash. He's got the greatest mustache here. I'm doing a YouTube live. Sorry, I should have told that first. Okay, but he's got the best mustache here. Handlebar. Oh, between you and Mother? Okay, I'll do that. All right, all of you go on LinkedIn, okay? There's, yeah, vote for Stash, okay? Mother's gonna kill me, but I'll tell him anyway, all right? Thanks. Okay. So, Omega's here. Let me find the Metrea folks, because they got the coolest video. Remember I talked about air refueling, all right? All right, I'm gonna show you. Hey, Rick, I'm doing a YouTube live. Is that okay? I'm gonna just show them. Here's what the basket looks like when it comes off. Okay. Yeah. Here's the bad day on the drogue. Okay. All right. Now I want you to look at this. How this broke off. Okay. We're talking breaking metal. When this thing comes off, you can feel it the whole airplane. All right. But here's all the teeth on it. And Rick, how much does this thing weigh? Too much. I'm not sure exactly what the weight is. Okay. Too much? All right. But this is a drogue that's come off. There is a probe that has come off. And all right, if I pick this up, Rick. It's heavy. There's the locking. See this right here? That's the locking mechanisms. So when it comes into the basket, these things pop up and it locks the probe into the basket, all right? This is Rick Packard, Pack Rat, who is the guy in charge of everything air refueling at Metrea, all right? He is the business development. I mean, you do it all, don't you?
No, right now business development.
Okay.
Whole team of great people doing a lot of other stuff. From flying to maintaining to the logistics to planning.
Yeah.
All that.
So explain what Metrea is, because you got a great story. Metrea. Thank you.
Metrea is a defense company that's focused on finding what the wicked problems are for the DoD and coming up with elegant solutions to solve.
Yeah.
And they operate across several capabilities. We do airplane, we do land aerostar, we do space-based aerostar. We do cyber training, a whole bunch of things.
See, I didn't know you guys did cyber.
What?
I didn't know you guys did cyber, Rick.
Oh, yeah. So if you want to know more, go to www.metrea.aero.
Where are you guys based out of?
Headquartered in Washington, D.C. We have offices in London, Southern California, Tampa, Oklahoma City, Sweden, Norway, Poland, and other places in the country.
So you guys have expanded a lot
Yeah.
in the last couple of years since you and I first met.
Yes.
How many airplanes do you have in your fleet? And they're all podded. They got wingtip pods for them all.
All but the last three fishing 135 RGs they bought from the French Air Force.
Oh, I didn't know that. Congratulations.
And the C-135FRs, they all have wing pods as well.
Oh, do they? Okay. See, that's the only way to go, man. Boom and drogue, man, on the same airplane. All right. Oh, Hollywood and Trent just showed up. All right. I'm going to move behind you, and I'm going to show you some of the. It's all right if I take pictures of this back here too.
Go ahead.
Okay. Hang on, guys. They've got some of the coolest video. All right. Metrea. That's their airplanes. They keep them at March, but they fly all over the world. KC-135R models. And here's what it looks like with the wingtip pods, okay? The Hornets coming up, getting gas. F-18s, F-35s, all getting gas in an anchor orbit. They just recently were down in the Pacific doing exercises in Australia. So they travel all over the world doing this kind of stuff. That's the cockpit. I recognize that cockpit. There's Donkey, one of the boom operators. But this is a commercial air refueling group, and there's their website. And you can go on their website and see a lot more really cool pictures and really cool video, okay? All right. Tommy, welcome. Rogers Ranger, welcome back. Wayne, thank you for being here. Yeah. Good. Oh, there's the refuelable. Isn't that a cool picture? Let me zoom in on that a little bit. That's the E2D Hawkeye getting refueled. Let me see if I can hold this still. But as I mentioned, they can get all this gas on board, but engine oil is still a problem. It was the same for the KC-135s, right? Anyway, I'm going to continue walking around and showing stuff off. There's one guy I want to show you guys. There's one guy I want you to meet because you saw a stash going, vote for me on LinkedIn for my mustache. And what I want to do is I want to show you a guy who really has a big stash, all right? And that's Mother. Let me see if Mother has showed up in his booth. There he is. All right. Let me his name is Hubbard. His call sign is Mother Hubbard, okay? Sometimes not very original, all right? And he was a Hornet pilot for a long time and was on the USS Constellation during the Shock and Awe campaign. But I want to show you his mustache here in just a second. Hey. You got a few minutes? You got a few minutes? I'm doing a YouTube live.
Yeah,
okay?
cool.
I saw Stash's mustache. I want to show the other one because he said, vote for me, obviously. But I want to turn this around. That is a Stash. Mother, tell everybody about yourself.
Below average guy, an above average occupation, working twice. Hard to be average, but 28. Got out, thought I was going to do something different. Ended up back in the cockpit, flying for ATAC. So living a blessed life, flying the Mirage, the Fear, and the Hunter, and supporting, making great naval aviators, and living a dream.
And Commemorative Air Force.
Yeah, fly a little Commemorative Air Force stuff too. Fly the Hellcat, Bearcat course there. Fly a little bit of B-17, C-47. So got some small Air Force of my own. Live on a small airport out in Atlanta. So yeah, that's good. I've been blessed and had a lot of opportunity.
Hey, out of all the cats, which is the one you like flying the most?
I'm going to tell you, the Hellcat she's a pussycat. She's probably the most honest airplane and has the best pedigree of any fighter from World War II. Frankly, one that won the Pacific. So the 19-to-1 kill ratio, the Hellcat is actually my personal favorite airplane. She's not the sexiest airplane, but she's one of the toughest, brutal fighters of the Pacific. Now, iconically, I would say the Corsair is probably the coolest because it has such a visual signature and got a lot of notoriety even after the war, probably Boeing, how about Black Sheep and all that. But she's a sexy airplane to fly, but my personal favorite is the Hellcat. And just because it was such a workhorse for the war, it's such a great reputation.
And so many kills.
Yeah, and so many kills. 1901, Bagger Campbell, such a stud.
Medal of Honor winner, the whole works. Yeah.
It's a beautiful airplane. But that Bearcat just didn't make it in time. I think it would have been a great fighter. Fun to fly, great roll rate, great performance of flying. I love flying a Bearcat.
And I understand it's really fast.
It is wicked fast. Yeah, time of flying, I think 90 seconds for 10,000 feet. Insane. Yeah, it's
I did not know that.
Yeah, it had time to climb record for many, many years. Yeah.
And did you say you do Tiger Cat too?
No, I have one with Tiger Cat. Love to, you know, a friend has one. I'd love to. But I've always had an affection for the Wildcat. Haven't done a Wildcat yet. Looking forward to having an opportunity. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, I just talked to Stash. He says, vote for me on LinkedIn.
Hey, vote for me on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Mother Hubbard.
Yeah, Mother Hubbard, because he's had this stash for a very long time.
Yeah.
A very long time, okay? Now, you were also on the Constellation during the Shock and Awe campaign.
Yeah. So I led the opening strikes in the way up in 2003. From the Conning, I was a skipper of BFA 151. A lot of money out of jail in there, too.
Oh, so it's like old home week here.
Yeah, in fact, I've actually hired a couple of them in my own squadron. Should say my company I work for now, ATAC. Yeah, Trout Clocker, he was over Baghdad first night of the war as well. So yeah, it was a good time, great memory.
So what mission did you do the first night? What were you going in?
Our mission went to kind of decapitate the elite, the guard, and so we went in and we hit all of the Iraq's guard units right during shift change. So we kind of got both shifts, you know, off-going and oncoming. So that was kind of the first big strike of the evening, first night of the war. So it was really wicked successful. But it set a really big tone and impression for the rest of the forces because you just basically killed all their special forces.
Yeah.
So they're looking at the Commonwealth guys who are kind of like surrendering, putting their hoods up, parking their cars head on, laying their weapons down. So it really set the tone for us to rip right up to Baghdad within just the first few weeks of the war.
What were you carrying that night? Do you remember?
Yeah, 2,000 pounders. Yeah, we kind of
JDAM 31s?
Yep, and they were parent mounted and were single center line, which you'd never go.
4?
Yeah, 4 over.
Ooh.
It's a pretty wicked.
So you, a 4-ship, you're at 16 2,000-pound bombs.
We had 4 snakes with me, and I had 4 of my own bitches. We had an 8-ship basically did a round robin, and kind of hit a bunch of different points at the same time at night. So we split off as we got into there. After we hit the tanker, and that was the seed portion of that was kind of strategic as well. But it's quite a night. Yeah.
It's a night none of us will ever forget, will it?
And the crazy part about it is, I was the third strike in from the county that night, and the second package didn't make it into the wind. Was just horrendous. 129 headwinds going in there. Everybody's running out of gas. I'm kind of a below average guy. I thought, well, a headwind going in is going to equal a tailwind going out. It'll all work out, right? It didn't work out as well as I thought it was going to. Almost run, half of us out of gas. We ended up converting some guys into the beach that night. Half our division went into one division went in and landed at the shore. And we got up with the S3s and on the backside. We'd already got our strategic gas up front, and then going home was supposed to be organic gas, but it was so horrible. We had a hard time finding them. We ended up getting locked on them and tankering up and getting us home. But we were in CBA 5, so we were the furthest.
That's right.
Yeah,
you had the farthest to go. I forgot that. Your box was the farthest one south. Yeah. Were you flying in the sandstorm? See, this is what happens, man. Everybody knows each other here. Were you flying anywhere near the sandstorm that went through?
That first night?
No, this was a couple nights later. Remember that big sandstorm came through?
So there was and again, I'd have to go back and look at my in-laws here, but we did fly in that sandstorm. In fact, we launched on a mission. Some Marines were kind of get tangled up with the group, and they thought they were going to get slime and get chemical contact, and so we got no notice launch to go kind of bail those guys out, and then coming back home. Hey, what's up, Harry?
We're doing a YouTube live here, brother. No, it's okay, man.
Anyway,
it's okay.
So it was.
That's Harry.
Harry?
How you doing?
Good. Hey, dog. Sluggo Tanker Dude here. I'm doing a live. There's.
Thank you for your service.
I was the.
I feel like I need to say that to every tanker guy.
I was the chief of the Refueling control team for Shock and Awe. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
That's how we met.
And so, Dog, he was a Hornet guy back in the
Were
day.
you?
Yeah.
Which squadron?
Nighthawks 136.
Excellent. So.
Next weekend.
So you're on JFK?
No, Coral Sea.
Oh.
And Eisenhower.
He's an old
Excellent.
guy.
Old Hornet guy. You're very welcome.
Hey, where's your brother? Is he here?
No. You just sent me a couple cases of wine.
Anyway.
Thank you. Or you did.
Anyway.
Thank you. I didn't.
Hey, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for doing this with me, Mother. And we're going to have him on later on because he's got some other great stories. Not only flying Hornets, but flying with these guys. All right?
Thanks, Lego.
See ya. Dog, pleasure to meet you. Take care. All right. And see, that's the way it is here, man. Everybody knows each other. Everybody knows each other. And like I said, this is very much, like I've said so many times, it's all about relationships. And it's all about being amongst your bros and sisters here. There's a lot of gals here that fly Super Hornets, that fly Hawkeyes, everything, okay? So, anyway, let me ask these guys first if I can. Hey. How are you? Folks, I gotta ask first, I'm doing a YouTube live, I'm just kind of walking around, all right? I don't want to get in trouble, okay? Yes, I know that. So I'm just kind of walking around showing the 40 folks that are online right now some of your Andro products, all right? I've done some YouTube shorts of some of your products, and I had one of the one that comes out of the case, all right? Yeah, Andro drone, you've got it in your video here. It got over 1 million views. The Roadrunner, yeah, it got over 1 million views when I did it, okay? So, anyway, I'm doing a YouTube live. I've got...
Is it on right now?
It's on right now. All right. Here, let me turn it around, all right? So, let me...
Oh yeah, I don't remember.
Okay.
I think
If-
you can definitely focus on the.
Yeah.
Okay, if you don't want to be on, and I understand that completely, okay? Can I take video of the...
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
all right,
Absolutely.
all right.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's why I was asking, because you're not the only ones that have said, oh, wait a minute, hang on, all right? So, yeah, I know. All right, so let me turn this around so you can see some of the Andro stuff, all right? This is the video that they've been showing here. That is a camera system that goes in the airborne combat aircraft, all right? Here it is taking off. You can see it's an F5. I'm actually going to show you the piece of equipment here in a minute, and you'll get to see it, all right? Look at that. A tracker, all right? Then come back in and land. These folks are doing some crazy stuff. This is the Barracuda, which is like a new Hellfire. You can see him walking it out. There it is launching. Being chased. There's a chase plane dropping it. And they're going to show it impacting here in a minute. Andro, oh, Roadrunner. This is the coolest thing, right? It's like a anti-drone. But the thing is, it comes back and it recovers. And this is where it shows it coming down and landing. Here it is, hitting another drone. Anyway, thought you guys would enjoy that, all right? Let me get my backpack out of the way here. Sorry, guys. Thanks, guys. I've got it turned around the right way, so it's not showing anybody's face. I'm doing a YouTube live. I wanted to show them your things here.
Alrighty.
All right.
Awesome.
So here's the iris camera. This is the camera that's in the nose of the F5. All right. Here's the little flyer on it. All right. And let's come over here. This is the mock-up of the Barracuda 250. And you can see what it looks like, all right? This company is doing some amazing things. This is the same company that is doing the combat collaborative combat vehicle, and that is going to be a huge addition to air warfare, folks. Big time, right? I understand a lot of these people are reluctant to be on. There's a lot of lawyering up that they've got to do, but there's one other place I want to go, BAE Systems, and we'll walk down here. Beechcraft has a big sign here too, as you can see. All the different Beech aircraft that they make. Here is, let me ask these folks first. Hi ladies, Heather, I'm doing a YouTube live and I just want to show the mock-up of the carrier. Is that okay? Okay, thank you. I've learned to ask now.
Nothing classified.
Okay. Yeah. No, and believe me, you're not the first ones that have told me that. No.
But
No.
yeah, we wouldn't have anything here that couldn't be photographed.
I understand that,
So,
but
I appreciate you asking.
yeah, I made that mistake a little while ago and learned the hard way. You didn't tell me you were live right now. You know, I went, why is that, Jenna? And pointed it right at her. So let me show you the mock-up. All right, this is, which carrier? Is this the Ford?
This is
The Ford-
Kennedy 79.
Okay,
Kennedy.
perfect. All right, let me show you. This is Ingalls Shipyard, which is going to make the Kennedy. There's going to be another John F. Kennedy, right? And this is the mock-up, the model of that carrier. Notice it has the Stingray drone on it. It's got its full complement of aircraft, you know, E-2s, F-35s, Hornets, helicopters, Hummers, right? You just walk around here real quick. There it says John F. Kennedy. There's the drone folded up. The screws, as they call them, right? This is the new island that they have on them, which is quite a bit different than the Nimitz class, as you can see. And then all the way down the side. Interesting thing about these, it's got an electromagnetic catapult system. And then the nose. So Ingalls Shipyard is where obviously they make these things. Let me see what they've got for a video. Oh, that's where they launched the things from. Anyway, I just thought you'd get a kick out of seeing that. This is the new carrier. This is the Ford class carrier. And this is in the booth that builds these things. And 79, as you see there, is the John F. Kennedy. Okay. One other thing I want to show you, right? But let me ask him first. How you doing, sir? I'm good.
Good name, Mark. I love it.
Ammo, I love your last name, your name there. Very
I'm
nice.
another Mark.
Okay, I'm doing a YouTube live. I'm on live right now. I just kind of want to walk around your booth and show the different weapons up on the wall. Any problem with that? Just checking to make sure.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. So here is the new jamming pod. A mock-up of the new jamming pod. Of course, you got ARM, EA-18 Growler. But I want to tell you something I found out today. And let me try and find some place I can go talk to you about this. All right. Phantom Strike radar. Want to see what it looks like? There it is. New radar. Hey, I'm sorry I'm not answering a lot of questions. I'll answer questions here in just a few minutes. Let me just walk around because they're getting ready to close. We've been doing this for 50 minutes too. So, earlier today, I talked to EA-18 Growler gentleman. He is the current squadron commander of a squadron at Whidbey Island. He was the XO on their last deployment where they got to fire and launch these AARGM missiles for the first time off of Hornets, Super Hornets, and of course the Growlers. Now, many of you have heard that there is a Growler kill on a drone, and they did it with a hang on, I'm going to go over here, kind of get out of the way. They did it with a Growler firing an AMRAAM. Here's what I didn't know. They got a second kill at night off of a Growler, and believe it or not, it was the same pilot. There is an EA-18 Growler pilot that has 2 drone kills. One during the day, one at night. And what he told me was, what this guy told me was, their loadout was a jamming pod on the center line. The inboard pylons had 2 wing tanks. The next tank, the next pylons had the AARGM that you just showed you. And then they were carrying AMRAAMs on the shorter pylon. And then 2 AMRAAMs on the fuselage. Both kills were with fuselage mounted M120s at night. Here's the funny part of the story. So the skipper, commander of the squadron, and this gentleman, I'm not going to say his name yet because I don't have permission. And I'll do that here in just a few minutes. I'll get that permission probably tomorrow. Anyway, they were in their ready room talking. And the admiral and the air wing commander come down to the ready room. They go, are you not watching what's going on? And they're like, what's going on? Oh, one of your airplanes is about to shoot down a drone, a Houthi drone. And they're like, wait, what? And so, of course, they can bring up the E2 Hawkeye track in the ready room, which they did. And sure enough, they got to watch it in real time. You know, I say watch it real time. It's all electronic data link stuff. But they're listening to it, and it takes it out. Just a couple days later, it's a night mission. They've got EA-18 Growlers up, and this same drone killer is on the schedule. And they come down, you know, there's hey, you watching what's going on? No. Okay, what's going on? Well, who's on the schedule right now? Because we got another Growler about to shoot down another drone. And they look up, it's the same guy. It's the same crew. 2 guys. So the pilot has on helmet-mounted queuing system, found out that, in fact, in the E-18 Growler, so does the electronic warfare officer in the back. He also, or she also, has a helmet-mounted queuing system on. So both crew members in the EA-18 Growler, and this may be true for the Super Hornet F models too, are now wearing helmet-mounted queuing systems. So obviously the guy in the back seat, he sees what's going on. The guy in the front seat, he sees what's going on. And They get a radar lock, everything locks it up. He puts the TD box over the top of it and fires. AMRAAM comes off, smacks another drone, and he comes back and goes, okay, well, I got another one. Same guy, same pilot. And this XO, now squadron commander, goes, damn it, it's the same guy. Why can't we spread the wealth? It was a pretty funny story when he was telling us. But folks, I want you to understand, that is one of the great things about the Super Hornet and the Growler, is it can shoot and kill radars, SAM radars, whatever, and it's got air-to-air capability and can shoot down airplanes in front of it. Now, it doesn't have a gun, right, because the nose of the airplane's all packed with electronics. But for all you model builders out there, centerline ECM pod, inboards had gas tanks, next pylons had Argom, next pylons had AMRAAM, and then it had 2 on the fuselage, okay? Pretty cool. Fun story to listen to the guy tell it. What's really cool is he's going to send me pictures of the 2 jets that have the drone kills and the drone markings on them. So I'm going to be able to draw those up for a wall pilot E-18 Growler. I'm not going to say what squadron yet. I'm not going to say call signs just yet because I want to obviously clear that with these people before I do it. But folks, this is why you come to Tailhook, man. I talked to a guy this morning. His call sign was Tuna, who flew A7s, F4s, F14s, and his last assignment was in E3 Wales. And I kind of went, wait, what? You went from fighters to flying the ERA-3? He goes, yep. Yep. It's a skipper of a EA-3 Sky Warrior squadron. And I was just taken back by that. A7s, F4s, F14s, and then that great big frickin' whale. Just cool stuff, okay? Anyway, let me go back through here and answer some of you guys' questions, all right? I'm going to page up here a little bit. All right. Had one with Wayne. What did you say here? Breaking. I don't have my glasses on. I wish they had a Waffle House in the Great White North. Whatever. Two-fisted real American. So, you guys have any questions of me? Oh snap! That's a what's my name situation. Oh, somebody else I met today. How many of you know the name Robert Gibson? May not know that name, but you know Hoot Gibson, the famous shuttle pilot. I spent about a half hour talking to him today, and of course he asked if he could be on my Lessons from the Cockpit show. Flew F4s with VF-111 Sundowners and 72-73 cruises, which were famous cruises. They got MiG kills off the Coral Sea. But obviously, he was a test pilot, famous test pilot, and he had the distinction of commanding 4 shuttle missions. And I think he told me there's 2 other people that commanded 5. But he also raced at Reno, and believe it or not, had a really terrible mishap where the cowling of his Sea Fury came apart, and some of it was ingested into the intake. And I happened to be at that Reno air race watching that, the Unlimiteds, and there was a very loud bang when that thing came apart. But you know what? He's a test pilot, thousands of hours and many, many different airplanes, and he was able to bring it in for a landing, which was a really cool story. But he had his buddy Hammer standing next to him, and they were trading back and forth F4 stories from Vietnam, which were, of course, very fascinating. But I got to meet Hoot Gibson today, which was really a lot of fun. Okay. Let me go through some of the chats down here real quick. Good naval warfare game out. Which one is that, Wayne? I'm just curious. We are the comedic relief. I took a growler today, really?
I don't know the trash bag off this camp.
So, do any of you have any questions? Let me just page through here real quick. Hey, Wayne, I'll ask that question. Anything on this, the COD system, CV-22 Osprey or the C2 Greyhound? Don't know. Good question. Let me ask that tomorrow, okay? And then maybe tomorrow night I'll come back up and we'll talk about that, okay? Love the air races. News on the air races. Many of you know they moved to Roswell, New Mexico. Did not work out well. All of the Unlimiteds have said, we ain't coming down there. Many in the sport class, we're not coming down there. The race course is not ready for real time. So I don't think there's going to be air championship races this year. If the Unlimiteds are going to bow out, then pretty much you can bet that it's not going to go. Oh, the other problem that they had wasn't enough hotel space. You know, at Steed, where they had them here in Reno, obviously a lot of people were staying downtown in the hotels. There was plenty of hotel space here. Roswell, New Mexico, hotel space, none, zip. So we might not have air championship races. Wendover, they've looked at, same problem. There's nothing out there. There's no place right now that I can think of that has the airspace, the runway space, and the lodging and hotel space that they need to have an event like that. And I don't know what that's going to take. It may be a couple years before we have the air racing championships again. My uncle, who raced at Reno and still stays plugged into it, told me that Roswell is a no-go because there's a lot of people that are just going, no, we ain't doing this. Okay, they're not ready for prime time down at Roswell, New Mexico, which is too bad. Okay, Rogers Ranger, you don't want my question? Why is that? Earth flat? You know, I've flown at 43,000 feet. That's the highest I've ever been. And there was a distinct curvature on the horizon. That's all I'll say, all right? Send me a DoorDash. What else? Is this video going to be available for me to get the details for a model of growlers? Sir, yes, it will be. So this live will go on my YouTube channel, and there will be, it'll be there later on tonight. I'm not going to edit it. No reason to edit it. We did this live, you know, and every once in a while I'm stumbling for words because I'm walking around. But no, it's going to stay just the way it is. And when I'm done here, I'll go back to my hotel here in Reno and do a little, I shouldn't say editing, but basically putting a picture up saying the live is ready to go. So you'll have all that stuff. Any opinions on the parts of the canyon with no flyovers? No, I haven't heard anything about that. Grand Canyon, no flyovers. T-Bone Davidson, welcome. I have not seen your name here before. Thank you for your service, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Anything about the part of the Grand Canyon that they say you can't fly over? No idea. Doug Grant. Is this the same Doug Grant that I grew up with in San Jose, California? If so, welcome, brother. Thank you. It's good to have you here. All right, just to kind of confirm, the Growlers that were flying off the Eisenhower were centerline jamming pod, 2x AIM-120s on the fuselage, going outboard, 2 tanks on the inboards, 1 on each side. Next rail had ARGM, the new anti-radiation missile ER, and then they had AMRAAMs on the very outboards. Of course, the jamming on the wingtips. So that's how they were configured. And I will confirm that with this gentleman tomorrow to make sure that I gave you that information right. But for those of you that are model builders and want to put a correct load on, that's what they were carrying, okay? So here's the thing though, you know what? I don't know, is that Spike Ryder? How are you, brother? I'll confirm that with this EA-18 Growler guy tomorrow. I'll see him again. I'm gonna have him on the show. Again, I can't release any names or any call signs just yet because I haven't talked to him, but yeah, that was a pretty good load. And they could stay up for a long time with the 2 tanks and the centerline jamming pod. And the really cool thing was he had flown Prowlers before and then went to Growlers. And then the wing commander for the Growler wing at Whidbey Island was standing next to us and was telling his side of the story too. And one of the questions I asked was, okay, so tell me, is it really this quantum leap from Prowler to Growler? And both of them went, oh yeah. Don't know what that means, didn't ask. Wasn't the right time to do so. And you know, maybe I will. But obviously you have to understand a lot of this is electronic warfare, very classified. So, Ryder, hey Mark, quick question. How do you feel about the shutting down the A-10 production line? We should have made more A-10s. They should open that line back up. I understand that the A-10, they said we're going to retire it. And I think that's mistake number 2. Mistake number 1 was retiring the KC-10s. Mistake number 2 is getting rid of the Hogs. There is nothing to replace the Hogs. F-35 is not a close air support attack kind of jet. We all know the history of the Hog, and as you all know, the ground guys, the ground grunts, absolutely love the Hog. And there's been a few things here about that too. Yeah, I wish they wouldn't get rid of that airplane, okay? Have you seen the A-14 prototype? No, I have not. I hope to see it soon. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, Marines still use Cobras for a reason. Yeah, isn't that the truth? Oh, speaking of KC-10s, I talked to the owner of Omega, the commercial air refueling company today. They have already purchased 10 KC-10s. Omega will be operating KC-10s. Initial buy is 10. The owner of the company, Ulick, told me they're going to try and buy 10 more and then 10 more. So they'll have 30 of them. There's only 59 of the aircraft. And I'm sure what they're going to do is buy the ones that have the best airframes. And I'm sure they know what that is, but we'll see, okay? Metrea has bought French KC-135s. Each one of them came with pods. So they've got a centerline drogue off the boom and wingtip pods. Okay, they're going to remain a KC-135 fleet, from what I understand. But Ulick at Omega said, they got KDC-10s from the Dutch Air Force, and now they're buying KC-10s, American KC-10s, out of the boneyard. And Ulick said, we may have 30 of them, but he's already locked into 10 of them right now. And I said, okay, you're going to buy 10 more and then 10 more? And he goes, that's my goal. So we'll see what happens to that. All right? Any other questions? Tire, definitely. Okay. Awesomeness. There's still a Sikorsky Sky Crane here near Flint. Okay. All right, folks. I'm going to sign off here at Tailhook. I will try to be back up again tomorrow at the same time. This place is going to be packed tomorrow because tomorrow night is the big mixer, the Jig Dog mixer, okay? So there's going to be flight suits and big party here tomorrow night, lots of food. Tomorrow, like Mooch said, not recording stuff. And I think it's just because what's going on in the new administration. But the Carrier Wing 1 commander off Henry, off the Harry S. Truman, and some of her team members are briefing their involvement in the Red Sea and in the Northern Arabian Gulf. Really going to be fascinating. They said we can't record it, but they didn't say anything about I couldn't take notes. And there's lots of people here that are like handing out notebooks for notes, so that'll be a good thing. So I'll be able to talk about that tomorrow also. All right. Have a good evening, folks. Sluggo signing off here.